Okay, hello folks, hello and welcome back once again to Cliffs of Amber. We're back, folks. And now we have the serene sound of the ocean waves after the drama. Right, okay, so let me outline the session. Ours is the Fury. Whose is that line? Ours is the Amber. Bathrobe stream. Indeed, it's a bathrobe stream. It's a dressing gown stream. It's not bathrobe, a dressing gown. There's a slight difference. Anyway, so I was supposed to stream this yesterday. But I felt a bit flat. I felt a bit off. Couldn't put my finger on it. I thought I felt a bit down. And I got up. Normally I woke up at 7 to start working from home, and I didn't actually get up until 8:30. Hence why I thought, oh, that's not a good sign for a start off. And then I finished work at 4:15, and you know, just didn't have the motivation to stream. Just like I just wanted to chill out and not do anything. Anyway, woke up this morning with a scratchy throat, which is now developing into a sore throat. I've been shivering all day. My hands are freezing cold, despite the fact that the heating's on. Clearly, I'm coming down with something. Probably why I felt a bit off yesterday. Now that I think about it. So yeah, my throat is getting sore. It's not completely sore just yet, but you know, it is what it is. So to help me through the rest of the evening, I have turned to drink. Yes, turned to a cup of tea. You know it's bad when I'm drinking tea instead of something else. So I thought I'd plop a nice bit of Earl Grey into my new Pathfinder mug. So that's the tonic for this evening. Yes, I've picked up the Amberley Pox. Anyway, so the plan is I'm going to stream till about 9:30, 10ish, so that I can finish early and you know, have a cup of hot chocolate and get myself off to bed a little bit early this evening. So yeah, who makes my mugs? Well, basically, my premise with mugs is, if I find a game series that I really, really, really like, then I'll make a mug out of it. But the mug usually consists of the thumbnail that Uncle Mozilla does for the series. So I have got a Metro. What's the last Metro game called again? Metro. The third Metro game. I've got a Metro mug for that because I really enjoyed that series. I've got a Baldur's Gate 2 mug, which my mother, if she's watching, because she does occasionally watch my streams now, she broke the handle on it quite recently, which I was mortified about. Exodus, that's the one. Metro Exodus. I've got Metro Exodus mug. I've got the remnants of a Godan Firehammer mug. Sans handle. I have got a Stardew Valley mug, which was something that I bought on Etsy. I've also got a... What was the last mug I made? I got a Deus Ex Mankind Divided mug. And this is now my Pathfinder mug. So the game has to strike a chord with me for me to get a mug from it. And then I'll put the print of the thumbnail onto the mug itself. So... we might get a Cliffs of Amber mug. I'm sure we will, because I mean, we need to have a CK2 mug of some description. And so yeah, I basically use the thumbnails kindly designed by Uncle Mozilla, and I stick them on the mug on a website that I use called Vistaprint. And you can put your own designs on the mug, and you can pick the handle colour, the mug colour, and then you send it to yourself, and it's for the princely sum of I think it was £11. So there you go. Anyway, welcome one and all to the stream. Now that we've got the preamble out of the way, let's dive on in. Exactly, only £11 for a lifetime of memories. I was quite gutted that I didn't actually make myself a Red Dead Redemption mug. I was supposed to do that, and I was going to do that, but I ended up slipping my mind, and I ended up forgetting about it, because that was a game that I found particularly enjoyable. But anyway, it is what it is, and I'll never sell mugs or any merchandise because it's just not my thing, really. I don't like to sell things to people. So and plus, it's not my design; it's Uncle Mozilla's either. So I would feel really bad doing that. So, if I was going to sell any mugs, it'd have to be my own design, and I can't design for toffee, because I've got the creative spark of something without a creative spark. I can't think of a metaphor off the top of my head like that, but you know, it is what it is. Right, okay, so now we've got the preamble out of the way in 6 minutes. It's now time for a 54-minute preamble of CK2. Clearly, Ollie, isn't it? You know me far too well. But no, the preamble for CK2 today is going to be very short. Very short indeed, because there's not much to really go over, I don't think. So we can look at some of the more interesting things. We can say, you know, that we might not have had a chance to look at when things were in a state of turmoil. But yeah, I'm sure somebody will correct my haziness with this. But I before the first session, I read that Summerhall was burnt down not long before the start of this timestamp period. Rhaegar lived there. It got burnt down, basically. I'm trying to remember who burnt it down, because I read it. Whose forces burnt it down now? Somebody burnt it. It might have been Robert's forces. Oh, no. Anyway, it got burnt down. So, let's go through things very quickly to recap ourselves where we ended up. We're 41, Lord Eric of Amberley. Here's our little Amber Sun emblem. We still need our house words. I saw some house words in the Discord server, which tickled me fancy a little bit, but I thought we've still got time. We'll still wait for something to happen that really does stand out like a sore thumb, perhaps. But anyway, we're 41. We're married to my lender, the Fat one, who has given us 2 sickly children. One of them is no longer sickly and has powered through and will be stronger for his ailment. For those who come through such sickliness will probably have a hardened disposition, surely, to further illness. That's why as a child it's good to eat dirt, you know. All these children nowadays, little mollycoddled, pick up every little ailment, have got every little allergy under the sun, because they're not exposed to the elements. They're wrapped up in cotton wool. Get them eating dirt, playing with sticks, getting their hands dirty and eating the food. That'll toughen them up. That's what we're doing with our kids, says the doting father here, clearly. It burned down in mysterious circumstances. Somehow it's a tragedy. Okay, so we don't know the cause of the fire. Oh, I thought I'd read the cause of it. But we will learn in time. What, when he's dead? Because clearly the way things are going, he ain't getting much more written, is he? Let's be honest. Right, a great fire broke out in 259 AC. So that's what, yeah, so we're in 292, so it wasn't too long ago. A serious blow to House Targaryen. Resulting in the deaths of King Aegon V. Oh, I didn't even... Oh, it's okay, interested. Oh, it's very sad indeed. Anyway, so yes, our second sickly child, who we have named Morton after our great giant friend, and Miles after my wife, are looking alright. I mean, he needs to power through his illness. He's just been born, in fact, so he's going to be touch and go. We're not taking Summerhall just yet. We've got bigger fish to fry, okay? Let's not jump 50 steps ahead now. Come on. Let's be realistic here. Can you colonise it? How? Ruins of Summerhall? Right click? Sign Guardian? How do you do that? I don't know. I don't know. But we've got our eyes set on Rainwood. That is our next port of call. 100% for certain. Right click the title. Usurp, colonise. I need to have a personal wealth of 1,000. And I must be a neighbour of it. I have to be next to it. So I either have to own any land near it, or maybe the whole of the Stormlands, which isn't going to happen anytime soon. And I could colonise it at the cost of 1,000 ducats, or whatever the hell. What the hell? Galleons? Okay, so there we go. Well, but interesting to know we can colonise it. That's an interesting fact. So anyway, 2 kids. This kid is going to come of age. We're going to be 6 years old soon. We've already picked his focus, but we're going to get some options to do some stuff with him apparently, such as, I don't know, make him into a fighter. But he's going to be our oldest child and going to be our heir. You know, is our heir to the land. So we're going to make him a thrifty, studious, diplomatic kind of kid. Our second son, who when, not if he powers through this bout of illness, we will make him the military man, the martial man, the knight, the second-born. Firstborn we will mould in our image. So that's the plan for our kids. We're seducing at the moment. We're now in Storm's End, so perhaps we'll turn our sights to who we can seduce. Well, now that we're away from our lovely wife, because hey, we can't resist. So we'll get to that in a second. But our first port of call with ourselves is to pick a new ambition. And I was thinking, 41, perfect time for a midlife crisis. 5 kids. Yeah, we've got 2 now. We're quite comfortable with 2. Having 5 could be a handful. And we're 41, as if we're going to run after the little blighters now. This is an interesting ambition. Prove your manliness to all the realm by laying with a girl from each of the 7 kingdoms and the Riverlands. I don't know why the Riverlands get special attention here. But that would be an interesting ambition, to sleep with one of all of them. Now, we would need a really seriously seedy kind of fella to do that. And as much as we do like a roll in the hay, but clearly he prefers a whisper in the ear and a roll by the river. But, we are not that bad. I don't envisage him being that bad as to, I'm going to go and sleep with every woman of the realm. One from each kingdom, because, hey, why not? The tanned Dornish ones, the frigid northerners. Come one, come all. I'll have you all. No. Not with Eric. He has a bit of harmless fun here and there, but that's a bit too far. So, but it's an interesting ambition, though. One for the future. But exalted, become regent would be quite interesting, but Renly's going to be 16 soon, so the need for a regent is reduced. We can still be regent. You still, just in case something happens to Renly. So it's a reasonable ambition to seek. But we've only just come to this position now, so perhaps regency. We don't want to appear too ambitious in front of the entire council now, do we? So we get the virile as a title. Yeah, that would be quite cool. We'll see if we spawn any seedy fellas, or to see whether or not we're going to pursue that one. Midlife crisis 41. I was thinking that we're not martially inept. We're average. We've got a slight semblance of fighting ability. We've got a brain, so perhaps, although we're not military like prowess, we kind of can be a bit clever, be a bit smart on our feet. And we've got pet boars and falcons and stuff. And I thought, you know what, midlife crisis, you're never too late to become a fighter. You never know, cutthroat business. I've got bodyguards and stuff, but what if my bodyguards aren't present? They're doing something and somebody tries to accost me in the middle of Storm's End or wherever else we end up in the next few years of our life. It'd be quite handy to be able to defend ourselves. So, we're going to have a midlife crisis. Some people buy Ferraris. Some people, in the equivalent, buy chariots and horses. Why not? I'm going to buy a chariot and horse. It's the fastest chariot and horse you've ever seen. It's got 2 horsepower. No, we're going to become a fighter. I fancy learning to fight. Yeah. Midlife crisis. So that's what we're going to do. And then we might change that to become regent a little bit down the line. Once we've got our feet under the boardroom table. What if you're maimed while doing the training? Well, that's an unfortunate accident. Who's to say you can't be maimed driving a Ferrari? It happens. People put their foot down in a powerful car before they know it, it's wrapped round a tree. I've seen it. Midlife crisis over. If it goes horribly wrong, life in general over. So, yeah. Right. So that's us in a nutshell, and our short-term plan is just to give good counsel to Lord Renly, really, to see what occurs in the realms, and we'll just keep waiting patiently for news of our Justicar to bring us a claim on the Rainwood, because we're sure that somewhere deep down in the annals, maybe in the history books, somewhere it says that we have a right to this land. We just haven't found it yet, and he's feverishly searching. So we'll get there in the end. But that's us and our kids and stuff. Right, council. We have had the same council for some time. We've got our Castellan Sir Morgan, relatively able. Our Justicar, Edric of Lugras Town, our only vassal, of course. A friend of ours, although our opinions waned over time. Absence makes the heart grow fonder is a lie, clearly. Maybe we're getting frustrated at his lack of fabrication right now. Sir Gerald Gower, of course, our martial man, quite a famous man with a claim on an island down here somewhere, I seem to remember. Our treasurer, Sir Narbert, who got us a few tithes, and we have given him the title of cupbearer for his reward. And the wife of Narbert, Ella, our spymaster, who absolutely thinks the sun shines out of our amber arse. So, a stable council, a loyal council. Life is good, but for how long? We're going to appoint Julian, our other courtier, who's capable of being a bodyguard to the realm. He came as a random courtier, the twitchy one, and we were assessing him, and we had Sir Barristan just kind of give him the once-over to see whether or not he would be a suitable candidate as a bodyguard, and, trained fighter. He's not the best of martial, but his overall fighting ability isn't that bad. I think, we're going to pick him anyway. It was about 45, so he can fight. And for a bodyguard, we're not asking him to command an army, we're asking him to protect us. So a man that can fight in personal combat gets our nod. He's a knight, of course, as is everybody else in this damn realm down south, apparently. An honourable, honest man. The twitchy one has been added to the list of our bodyguards. So we have a twitchy one, we have a big one, we have an old, bold one, and we have this one. So that's another position filled that hopefully will mean something rather than picking somebody too random. And that's really as far as we need to go with that side of things. Looking at the intrigues, not much that we can really do, but there's a few extra intrigues that I have made important, such as establishing a household guard, buying a knighthood, offering to help liege with titles. So when these become available, I should get a little tooltip up here, a little pop-up to say that this is now available, so we don't have to constantly keep tracking it, because these are the ones that I'm most interested in. But at the moment, nothing's happening. And if we look at the plots, a lot of killing people, a lot of rescuing people, and a rather interesting one, fabricating evidence of my Justicar's treason. I don't know why we would wish to do that, but we could if we wanted to. And it would be very successful, apparently, if we wanted rid of him. So, anyway. So that is where we are. Factions, we've got all Crown Loyalists and the Liege Loyalist faction within the Stormlands, which is not going to really do too much, I don't think. But yeah, that is an overview of where we left off. Quite steady, quite stable. So we'll just wait to see what the game throws up. Sometimes it's nice to have a bit of calm before the storm. So the game will throw up options, will throw up things that's going to require us to do something. But for now, we're going to enjoy the fruits of our labour. We have earned this peace, and so we shall take it. Yeah, okay, so if he was like a landed vassal, such as a count, and we were a duke level title, that could be a good way to rightfully imprison him and take his lands. Now that is quite a scheme, isn't it? Quite a plot. I really like how this mod has added so many different twists to the base game. It takes politicking and treachery to a whole new level, doesn't it? Oh yes. So without further ado, folks, the preamble has lasted 20 minutes, Ollie. I've done well, okay? I've done my best. I could rescue Robert's wife from prison. It's not his wife that's in prison. It's a different Lannister. She's Serena. The other one was Selena or something with an L. But yeah, maybe after we've become a trained fighter, we could test our prowess by breaking someone out of prison. Who knows? Prove our worth. Yeah, Robert's killed a few people, hasn't he? Anyway, without further ado, folks, let's kick off the ball rolling on that mightily fast 2 speed that we go on. Maybe I should have a sore throat more often. I shouldn't say that because, you know what? When I get ill with a cold or whatever, flu, virus, bug, I can cope with a stuffy nose. I can cope even with a cough. I can cope just about with a headache. I can take a pill and it goes away. The one thing that I detest with a passion is a sore throat. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. So we got a bit of land revocation going on in Dawn. Whoopie-doo. Lady of Planky Town. Sounds like some kind of a meme. Huh. I'm the Lady of Planky Town. No, who are you really? No, seriously, I'm the Lady of Planky Town. Oh, I forgot to do my message thing. I was going to set the messages up so that I didn't get so many messages. Never mind. Viper's Nest. Refuse the revocation of Castle of Viper's Nest. Oh, she's going on a revocation spree. Is old Ariane, 16-year-old of Dawn. She's going mad with power, is she? Nothing like ticking a few vassals off now, is there? Okay. Some kind of wars ended inconclusively. Right, somebody asked how Stannis was getting on. So Stannis the Just of Dragonstone, 28. He's got a young babe called Cameron Baratheon. He's married to Lysa Arryn, who now is Lysa Baratheon, formerly of the Vale. So he's doing all right. He is the Lord of Dragonstone. High Lordship of Dragonstone, which is a collection of islands and a tip of the iceberg there. Okay. Of course, we wouldn't get this many messages if we weren't following all the Lord Paramounts, of course, but I think we need to follow the Lord Paramounts because we need to know what's going on, you know? Just in case one of them dies or something, you know, some drama happens. Egan for the Iron Throne faction. Ooh, that's interesting. We won't see that, will we? Kingdom faction. It's an Empire faction, rather. Right, the Lord of Treebor of Ghost Hills. Okay, very good. Did I? Oh, yeah, I did, yeah. Ooh, something's happening. Something's happening. Hang on a second here, folks. We've got some political intrigues happening here. Someone's planning to kill Robert. Oh dear, the Lord Paramount of the Iron Islands. Oh, Lord Eustace plot. Ooh. Okay. Lady Shira Errol, who is the Spymaster, position on the Regency Council is under question. Your acquaintance Septon Bonifer is trying to have her removed and is asking for your support. Lady Shira, Septon Bonifer. Ooh, a bit of council intrigue. What is Lady Shira up to, and what is she like as an individual? The Lady of the Stormlands. Now, her name rings a bell. Yeah, was she the former regent? This was mentioned in the what's it called? The Chronicle. Ruthless one, yeah. How the tables may have turned. So Lady Shira, the former regent, who saw fit to have me removed as castellan so unceremoniously when I was leading a staunch defence of Stormend against the slavers. That same Lady Shira, you say? Oh, is that so? Is that so? So, can I... Ooh. Now, it's votes of no confidence. So if we play our hand here, we're declaring a vote of no confidence, clearly standing, putting a marker in the sand here. Now, hey, we're not unprofessional. We're not unprofessional enough to hold a grudge to have her removed simply because she had us removed. This is not a tit for tat here. It is, yeah. No, clearly not. Your lord. Renly, hear me out as your right-hand man. This woman is an incompetent fool. She's ruthless, reckless. Do you want somebody as your spy master that's going to have her plans uncovered before they've even started? I mean, she's not exactly the most competent anyway to start with, is she? No, clearly not. Yes. And she's also, I hear, a little bit susceptible in the bedroom. Yes, to advances of the male variety. So, between you and me, you know, she could be easily swayed to cause you a misdemeanor for a bit of nookie. So if I was you, I'd be impressing upon the rest of your council to vote no confidence in this woman. She needs to be going. She needs to be going fast. Very fast. Okay, well, we just played our hand, and now something turned up. We've now just ticked off the spy master, who's remained in position. Oh, no. Oh, dearie me. So what was the vote? Oh, now this is interesting. Take note of this. Split in the council. Could be pertinent. Right, okay. So Renly's like, no, she served me as... I was told she served me as regent very ably. Why would I have her removed? Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you. When you're choking on your own blood in the evening, or a snake's crawling up your bed and biting you in the knackers, poisoning you to death, don't say I didn't warn you. But the only people that voted for her being removed was me, the Septon, of course, and my other ally, who I have betrothed my son to, Courtney Penrose. It's good to know where your allegiances lay on the council, isn't it? But everybody else... I can't believe that Lady Shira got a vote. As if she's going to vote to remove herself. Good grief. Anyway, everybody else want up for it. So, I mean, it depends whether the vote of no confidence is a everybody raise your hand situation, or whether it's done in private. You know, you put your little name on a slip into a goblet anonymously. It's probably quite public. It's probably public knowledge, isn't it? Let's be honest with you. Yeah, well, we tried. We'll just have to keep a close eye on her. She is a spy master, supposed to be master of intrigues, so that could be a mistake on our part, but we'll see how intriguing she really is. We shall see. We're not going to actively do anything else to have her removed. Unless anything comes up on the plot. No? I mean, if I click on her, out of interest, if I clicked on her, what can I do? Ooh. If I was that way inclined. Now look at that. She's going to have. I'm not going to do it. I was intrigued. Request council support. Send an insult. You ugly cow. That'll teach her. Or I could play a really interesting game. Ooh. I mean, obviously that would make no sense if it's public. It's obviously we saw. It's a good point. We saw the results, so everybody else should see it too. Yeah. So us then trying to slip into her knickers right now would be a really interesting twist. I voted to have you ousted from the council because I'm a professional, and I thought it would be unprofessional to sleep with the council member, so I tried to remove you so that I could then sleep with you because you're no longer a council member. Will that work? Professional boundaries? No. Okay. Okay, I don't know what Lord Renly was doing. I missed the message there. I have been looking for a bit at the side on Storm's End. You're right, and the Storm's End is looking pretty crap when it comes to bits on the side. I will admit, there's no females in the court apart from Shira. We're not exactly sport for choice. Renly, who's now 16. Which takes me on to our next plan then. Okay. Lord Oberyn was appointed commander. Interesting. Right, okay, so our next plan is, now that Renly is of age, we can start to work on doing stuff with him. He's at war, apparently. Attacking Sir Joffrey of Storm's Drum in Stormlander Storm Drum de Jure, holding war over Storm's End. What's happening there? I don't know. Plot to kidnap, plot to investigate legitimacy. Ooh. Oh. Send insult. Right, okay. Seduce Renly. Right, okay. Yeah, so our task really is to try to get in his good books, right? Because his opinion of us isn't that great, and, you know, the more that we can curry favour, you know, exchanging pleasantries over the council table, you know, might put us in good stead down the line. So I think we need to start swaying him and using our charm. So we'll do a bit of swaying here. We could also send a council member to do some stuff, but I think a simple sway. We're here now. We're in his presence. We'll try to sway him. We'll just put on the wit and charm, regale him with tales of his brother. We don't know that well, but hey, we can make stuff up. We're studious enough. Is that Randall Tarley? It is Randall Tarley. Okay, and we've got some more stuff going on. Lord Jorah of Bears Island, what? Oh, ended his plot. See if we can get Renly betrothed to one of Eric's kids. That is never going to happen in a million years. First of all, my only daughter is like 16 years younger, which is an issue in itself. And we are but a lowly lord. So clearly, let's we could try for a laugh, but it's not going to happen. Right. Sir Barristan Selmy has expressed a desire to get married. His wife is... Oh, she died of cancer. The cheating one. The one who slept with Morton has popped her clogs, and Barristan wants to move on rather quickly. I mean, time is of the essence. He's not a spring chicken. Speaking of cancer, one of my coaches has cancer. I think it's him. Yeah. Master Edric has cancer. Our Justicar, which is... I don't wish ill on anybody, but if he does pop his clogs, we can plump for a slightly better Justicar to help us with our claims, you know. Pray to the Seven. Seven, forgive me for thinking such ill thoughts. But anyway, yes, of course. Marry as you please. We will let him find himself a spouse. We don't have to find him a spouse. He's a grown-ass man. Marry as you see fit, sir. Okay, some titles being created. Lots of stuff going on outside of our realm, I believe. But yes, ticking over now. Oh, Storm's End is under siege in this war. Sir Joffrey of Storm's Drum. Where's Storm's Drum? Okay, so the Lords of the Stormlands have approved the Balanced Noble Obligations Law, which means that we've gone from the levy, slight levy, down back to balanced again, because it was at slight levy. Robert Baratheon has had Rhaegar Targaryen's harp removed from their treasury. I wonder why. Maybe he's melted it down into a nice bracelet or something. It's a barony a barony! I'm having fish and chips for dinner. Homemade fish and chips. Which I couldn't think of a better dinner when you're feeling unwell than something like fish and chips, you know? No, I'm on a diet, okay? I'm unhealthy eating. So I was thinking the only thing that could enhance fish and chips is fish and chips with curry sauce and a spam fritter. But that would be a bit too indulgent. And plus, we don't have any spam in the house, I don't think. But that would be the ultimate dish for a day when you're not counting your calories. Okay, Storm's Drum. Did I just read that they got imprisoned? Yep, I did, because he's been imprisoned, the war is over, and the peace has been offered, and the man has been released from prison. Lord Renly won. Well, when it's a Lord Paramount versus one man in his barony, you shouldn't really expect anything else, should you? Oh, hang on. We've got a succession change. A succession change. Get the carbs in. Yeah, if I was playing football, or if I'd played football this evening like I was supposed to do before it was cancelled, then I wouldn't have felt anywhere near as bad. But I haven't played. I haven't done any exercise today because ordinarily I would replace football with some exercise, but because I'm feeling a bit off and shivery and cold and stuff and sore throat, I didn't do any exercise today. I thought I'd have this as my one. I have one day off a week from exercising. I've taken today as my one day off. But yeah, I like fish, chips and curry sauce, and I like spam fritter, but I have never had the two together. Well, you've not lived, sir. You've not lived unless you have dipped a spam fritter into curry sauce and washed it down with a side of chips and fish. You know, you haven't lived, sir. Trust me, it's a match made in heaven. Anyway, so what have we got here? You haven't missed much, James. Not too much. We've just been at peace. We've had a slight incident in the council, a bit of a uproar as we tried to remove Lady Shira. But other than that, everything has been quite smooth. And yes, I really enjoyed. Cham, you asked about Last of Us, the TV show. I watched it last night, clearly, because I had no motivation to do anything other than watch TV, so I watched that and a couple of other stuff as well. But oh my god, I really enjoyed it. Really impressed. Really impressed. And I really enjoyed how much it followed the games. Lord Eric, after consultation with my council, I've decided to enact a law changing the rule of succession. Agnatic cognatic inheritance. So what's the difference between that and primogeniture? Sounds like the same thing to me. Is it not just the same thing? Is it not just the same thing? Tywin Lannister is now known as the Eagle. What? Yeah, but he's not a falcon though, is he? No. Maybe he went from agnatic to agnatic cognatic. Never had a spam fritter, but used to eat chunks of it. Yeah. I'm not reading it. I'm not reading it. I'm not reading it. Oh no. What's it? Oh, that's 3 exclamation marks and 2 people shouting Shira. I'm not reading it. I don't want to see it. Oh no, what's happened? What's happened? Okay, so just lastly, yes, spam on its own, lovely. And one of my favourite. Sorry, this is food talk. It's helping me get through my illness. Okay, my most favourite breakfast sandwich that I've ever had, to be quite fair, that I've bought is spam sausage and egg with tomato ketchup, which I used to get from a breakfast van up near Harewood, which is just outside of Leeds. Oh my god, delightful. But anyway, let's see what Shira's doing, shall we? At a festive outing in the wild, where I was probably walking Percy, and what did we call our falcon? Beaky. So, you know, Beaky, taking Beaky out for a fly, stretch his wings, you know. We've got old Percy by our side, taking him for a walk around the lovely area. I found a message. Surrounded by wild flowers in my tent. It says to meet Lady Shira by the stream. Okay. She thinks I'm a fool, does she? She thinks I'm an utter fool? That I am going to go down on my own to see her at a stream when I've just tried to have her ousted from the council? As if I'm going to go and have myself bumped off by the spy master. What kind of fool does she take me for? I mean, even though we're seduction focused, I mean, we're not stupid. I mean, if we didn't have kind of a bit of a thriftiness about us, maybe just a shrewdness about us, maybe just maybe, we might let our carnal desires overtake us. But considering that we are a thinking man, we're gonna resist the temptation and leave her hanging. She must think I'm a fool. Yes, come down to the riverside where I'm gonna promptly have you drowned. Oh, oh no! The blackfish. The blackfish has died of after food poisoning. The Slayer of Rhaegar, the man who had about 100 personal combat skill, has lost his battle not with a formidable foe, but with a dodgy curry. Westeros style. Right, okay. Perhaps he had a disagreement with the spam fritter, I don't know. Oh dear. That's a shame. Never mind. Why is Willis Tyrell a named character? Let's get rid of you. And we should actually have a fresh named character. Uh-oh. I don't want to read that either. I think he needs to be a new character as the new Paramount of the Reach, right? There we go. Welcome to the messaging club. Right, here we go. This is our Renly. The Grand Feast in Storm's End. A Grand Feast. Oh, I've travelled to the feast. I'm here already. Yeah, we can mingle. We can. Oh yes, we can have fun, merriment, and hopefully we won't get overly drunk because there could be people gunning for us. Yeah, let's see what shenanigans we can get up to at the feast. Woohoo! Oh dear, yeah, feast your eyes upon this little morsel. I'm not looking at the minor messages. If we miss anything, we miss it. There's too many of them. I'm hoping that we get like some kind of messages to go with this feast. Do we get any kind of little interactions? Ooh. Hang on. Everyone knows how deep and passionate the love between one of the courtiers and his wife are, but sadly it has not resulted in any children. I've heard the wife asking the other wives about cures and ways to get with child, but to no avail. So who's this? Barristan? Oh, impotence. Or Gladden? Eh? What's this? I don't understand. All courtiers will... Well, I'm not going to drop him in it. Who's Gladden? Okay. I don't know. Is Gladden trying to find out for us? Or Barristan and his new wife? Has Barristan got a new wife? That was quick. Adina. She looks a bit like shell-shocked, doesn't she? I mean, she's a theologian, and honourable, trusting. Just got a bit of a kind of look about her. We arrived at Storm's End, where Lord Paramount Renly has greeted us warmly to his grand feast. Yeah, Percy looking a bit apprehensive as the boar centrepiece on the table, you know. Freshly caught. Don't worry, we won't ask you to cannibalise. Bread, salt, and brown ale has been served. The most delicious aromas, making me very hungry right now, are coming from the kitchen. What debauchery lay in store for us? A little baby! A little baby Gower! A little baby... Osmera Gower? But married to Barristan and her? How's that happened? Barristan? No. No. They're all at it in my court. Sleeping around. The commanders are passing wives around like confetti. Your turn. Your turn. Oh my God. Well, they do say lead by example, don't they? Clearly, like Lord, like minions, you know? Just take Godwine when he became fat. The entire council became fat, pretty much. The realm became fat. Lead by example, and the others will follow. Anyway, my wife is pregnant. When I have been absent. Maybe we're popping back every so often. I mean, is she joined us, to be fair? At Court in Amberley, and I've been put to oversee the realm. Perhaps, I mean, it's not a million miles away. The occasional trip back, you know. Ooh. Lord Paramount Renly committed much gold to his extravagant feast. In particular, I was impressed with a large centrepiece on the dais table. It represented a green lawn surrounded with large peacock feathers and green branches, to which were tied violets and other sweet-smelling flowers. In the middle of this, a fortress was placed covered with silver. The fortress was hollow and formed a sort of cage in which several live birds were shut up, their tufts and feet being gilt. On its tower, which was gilt, the banners of House Baratheon were placed. Sounds a bit gaudy. Oh my god, what's happening here? The feasting has begun, and the endless courses Lord Paramount Renly ordered are impressing the guests. The pinnacle of these is an enormous pie. Be wary of pies at feasts, Jesus. Surmounted with smaller pies forming a crown. The crust of the large pies is silvered all round and gilt at the top. Each pie contains a whole roe deer, a gosling, 3 capons, 6 chickens, 10 pigeons, 1 young rabbit, and no doubt to serve as seasoning or stuffing a minced loin of veal, 2 pounds of fat, and 26 hard-boiled eggs covered with saffron and flavoured with cloves. I mean, it is rather ridiculous and opulent, but it sounds delicious. Holy hell. Can you imagine a pie with all that kind of stuff in it? I mean, it's probably horrendously rich. But it does sound rather divine. Okay, keep working hard, Gower, we say, while stuffing our face with some pie. Send him a missive, tell him to keep going. Crumbs dribbling down our face. Yeah, it's not Gower's son, or daughter rather. I wonder if he knows. My lender would eat a whole pie. Thank God she's not here. No! The feast is over! Oh, I don't... The food, the entertainment, the warmth. Oh, they were a lovely feast, my lord. Lovely feast. That pie was divine. I didn't get much entertainment, though. Did anybody get any naked dancers? There were naked dancers at my feast. What's happened to the naked dancers here? Why is there no entertainment? Because we spent all the money on flipping a pie the size of the world. Ooh, let's have a look here. The intrigues, the swaying, worming our way into our Lord's good books commences. I might understand more about money than I do about people, but that doesn't mean I couldn't use my extensive knowledge of my realm's economy to impress Lord Paramount Renly. Oh yes. Yes indeed. How's your... They're not very good. Well, let me share my knowledge of statesmanship with you. Indeed. Surely he will be mightily impressed with our ability to run an efficient realm. I mean, obviously the realm is much larger, but, you know, you can scale it up a bit. My realm is just a little province. Your realm is rather large, but hey. So I have been studying the art of mounted combat in my spare time, whilst eating and drinking. The time that we would be spending seducing people when there's nobody here to seduce right now has been spent studying the arts of mounted combat instead. Under the skilled tutelage of a local horseman, probably in secret, because we wouldn't want to embarrass ourselves if we were hideously bad at it. So we've, you know, snuck away under the cover of darkness, you know. Bear with me. And if people saw us, you know, probably would assume the worst. He's off to get his leg over again. No, we're off to do something productive. We're in a midlife crisis here. So, yes, many bruises from falling off a horse. That old chestnut, yeah. Fell off a horse, did you? You just like it a bit rough, I hear. Wasn't your wife supposed to, well, you know, didn't you have your eye on a wife that was cruel or had a bit of torturous nature within her? But anyway, apparently our studying has not been in vain, because we have gained some fighting ability. Not much, but a little bit. Better than nothing. increasing our personal combat skill by plus 20. I could ride Percy into... Can you imagine riding a boar into battle? They'd think I was crazy. Yeah, Renly has got a rather large chin. So anyway, ooh, and Lord Renly has appreciated our help and support. Excellent, excellent. Look at that. He's touched, as are we. Mightily touched, my lord, yes. How's our son doing? Still sickly? Yep, but still alive. It's the main thing. Let's have a look at our son now. So we can assign him a guardian, but we'll have the Maester educate him as usual. I mean, seems like a reasonable thing to do in these times. Hang on. Yeah, nothing else to do. We could have him tutored by a military man, I suppose, but we'll stick with the Maester. How's the Maester do? Maester's not shabby. Really? What about Barrister when he's older? Which trait did my son get? Oh yeah, getting traits now. Timid, shy, avoids open conflicts, can develop into humble, shy, or craven. Ooh. Now, if we did receive reports that our son was showing signs of timidness, would we maybe try to stamp that out of him? Should we maybe get that stamped out of him at an early stage? Reports are, my lord, that your child's oldest son is a little bit timid. You know, he gets pushed around a lot by the other courtly children, and he's a bit shy and retiring. I think we need to toughen him up a bit. No, he'll be fine. Look, these things happen to kids. He'll come out of his shell and he'll be perfectly fine. Just leave him be. Oh, it looks like Hoster Tully has won the war over... They were fighting over this little bit of land here, weren't they? Over the salt pans, I seem to recall. That failed. No. Say you're sorry and don't do it again. Bad man. Right, the Rainwood. Well, this fella, Sir Rory of the Rainwood, is coming of age soon. His forces are increasing. Now would be the perfect time to get that claim before he gets any allies, before he gets any more men. I mean, our Justicar is probably so concerned with his own wellness, having cancer and all that, that he's not focusing on the job. Maybe now would be the time to sack him if we were a heartless swine, but I don't think we're quite so bad. But we could do with somebody more competent. Okay, time for succession planning. Clearly our Justicar is ill. He's going to become a cropper soon. We should really look for a successor that's going to be suitable for the role. So if we, perhaps using our position as the right hand of our Lord Paramount, thus giving us a wider reach in the realm, you know, we are looking for a most diplomatic of people to join our court as our new Justicar when the time comes and our beloved Edric passes. 15 diplomacy. You see, how do you search? You can't search by diplomacy. How do we search without actually picking? Oh, we can search our court, can't we? Oh, there we go. Mariah. Women can join courts, right? Why is she in hiding? She's pregnant and in hiding. I've got also Derwald, who's 15. Actually, which is not bad. But who are you? Morton's wife. Oh. So if she can come onto our council, I'm not sure how the position works here, because obviously you can have a woman spy master, but I don't know if you can have a woman any other thingy, or if it's just spy masters only. It might be spy masters only, you know. She would be a pretty cool Justicar, but I don't think it's going to be possible. So I think Derwald at 15, family person, cynical, proud, already in the court. I don't know how he joined our court, to be honest with you, but he's here. Wants to get married. Gruff, diplomat and charitable. We could get him hitched, which means he'd like us. He's 40. Okay, yeah, we've got a success. We've got a plan in place. We'll have him. Can you change the law to have a woman Justicar? How do we change the law? Inheritance? Oh, hang on. We've ruled for 10 years. So we're going to change the law to primogeniture. I think it's a no-brainer, isn't it? It's a no-brainer, surely. I don't know. Can we change the Justicar law? I don't think so. Here, maybe. I'm not sure where you would change that. But any objections to changing the law to primogeniture? I think it's maybe the gender law that might need changing. Women can inherit. Okay, interesting. Right, we're going to change the law. I don't think there's any negative connotations to doing this, other than to my second child. Council gender laws will be at the kingdom or empire level. Well, where would we see that? Council gender laws? Oh, hang on. No? Realm authority. Faith authority, slavery, controlled realm inheritance, obligations and council. Ultimogeniture, is that the reverse? Is that youngest son? What's ultimogeniture? Remind me. Youngest child. Yeah. Right, the oldest child on the inherits all titles. Your successor will like the law, but other members of your dynasty will slightly disapprove. Tough. Tough. Tough cookies. Little Morton. Right, okay, it occurred to me that my wife is feeling somewhat gloomy as of late. The burden of her unborn child is surely causing some humoral imbalance that is affecting her mood. Okay, so I forgot she was pregnant with not my child, clearly. I will buy her something nice. With what cash? I will go and spend some time with her. I'm sure she will be fine. Interesting. I'm slightly torn actually here, because last time we indulged her she became fat, so she clearly likes indulgence, so I don't think indulgence is the way. I think, however, given that we spent time in Storm's End for quite a while, it's about time we went back, asked for a bit of leave from Renly to spend some time with my wife, right? But also to get some gossip from the courtiers. It's my child. We'll soon find out. Okay. So I'll go spend some time with her. She will be comforted. I could get family man, family person. I could get kind. I'd like to get nothing. I don't think I got anything. Other than the opportunity to spend a bit of time with wifey. Which of course is not a bad thing. Unless you really don't like your wife. Hang on. Rogar Terry. Is it yours? Are you 100% sure? Or is it another commander's? Is it Julian the Twitches? He twitched his way to adultery. Something odd is going on in the Vale. Is there? What's happening in the Vale? Dennis is in prison. He's currently not at war with anybody. Oh! My wife, my lender, has asked me to buy her some new clothes. No. We're going to flatter her instead. Because we're taking the cheap option. Not because we're cheapskates, but because last time she overindulged. And I don't want her to overindulge. I think he's imprisoned by Hoster Tully because of the war over the salt pans. We can double check, of course, by going to his court, isn't it? You see who's in prison? How do you check where he's imprisoned? We can check, if we check actually him. He's imprisoned by... Oh no, hang on! He's imprisoned by King Robert. Oh! Why is he being imprisoned by King Robert? Also, he's won the war against Tully while in prison. Ah, that's why... Okay, that's what's confused me. I thought he'd lost the war, hence why he was in prison. He was in prison when the war finished. He's in King Robert's prison. He was like appointed a councillor or something in Robert's court not so long ago. Ah, that mechanic, yes. So basically a breach of the king's peace. He's breached the king's peace, probably. Ha ha ha. Robert asked him probably to stop the war and he said no. So you can rot in hell. For your crime. Be wary of breaching the king's peace. He may demand a trial by combat. Holy cow. The nuances of this mod. Anyway, we're going to flatter our wife whilst we're spending time with her. I want new clothes. You don't need new clothes. You can walk around naked. It's only me and you here today. Not a problem. Exactly, all that for the salt pans. I mean, the salt pans, I think, was de jure part of the... no, it's not. It's de jure part of the trident. Oh, okay. Oh, our Castellan. Severely injured. Wounded. He's got a Vankapara pet. What? He's got a hedgehog as a pet. Falcons, boars, hedgehogs. We welcome it all here. Like a menagerie. Anyway, so Morgan, our Castellan, our right hand, has come a cropper. But he's alive, so what more can we ask? That could be us. We could get battered by some of the people of Storm's End if they're not happy with our work, because we're doing the same job. We're overseeing the realm. Okay, so we have a daughter. So we have two sons, Miles Morton, and now we have little Kelsey? Khaleesi? No. What are we calling our little darling daughter? The apple of our eye. The Zoo of Amberley. Welcome everyone to the Amberley Zoo. Have you ever seen a boar with a leash? Oh. Let's tuck into this bit of fish here. Looks very delicious. A bit flaky, but tasty. Herlander. Linda. Herlander. Oh, I'm tempted. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. I'm going to combine the two. Herlinda. Oh, let's have a look at her. She's not sickly. Woohoo! She may live to see the life of a toddler. You can flatter your spy master. Flatter her? I don't need to flatter her. She already loves me. Look at her. She can't get enough of me. I see her eyeing me up when I'm passing on through occasionally. But I refuse to do it to Narbert. We wouldn't do that to him. Not to a fellow member of the court. No chance. Miles still needs an educator. He's got the Maester, which we're kind of sticking with for now. I think... I mean, we could cherry pick, but we'll stick to maestering for now. You know, we'll give the Maester a chance. He's never had the chance to educate a child before. So if the child comes out ridiculously useless, then the Maester will be fired for future kids. It's a bit of a gamble to play, isn't it? Well, he might be good as a Maester with the kids, but then again he might not be. So, you know, it's only your eldest child who's going to inherit all your lands. Perhaps you might want to make a certain bet. And but yeah, when it gets to the squiring age, we can be a bit more picky. All right. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I don't believe it. She's at it again. She's at it again. Right, okay. Slight twist here. As I'm biting my cheek. Now you can plot and scheme. You can plot and scheme your way to love notes in a tent and expect me to turn up and have me gutted, castrated, dunked in the river. But when you're calling out my name in your sleep, you cannot fake that. Unless she's not really asleep. Now, given what we know about her and her not so intriguing ways, she's ruthless. We know she's got a bit of a lustful nature about her. We've heard rumours on the grapevine. Given that she's not that well versed in intrigue, how elaborate a plot is this? Or is she just that damn falling for us, you know, attracted by us? Does she just want it? Are we reading too much into this? We've been away from our wife, we've seen her for a little bit, she's had a child, we've come away again. I'm quite tempted now. Let's see if this really is a ruse. How flattering. How flattering. We're not doing anything. We're just, okay, let's see where this goes. Let's see where this goes, Lady Shira. Let's have it your way. I'll play along. I have my own little network within the area. Should something go awry, let's play the game, shall we? Let's play the game. Interesting. What a little bit of a development story between those two. She had us ousted from the court. We came back after she got removed from the regency. Tried to get her ousted as spy master. Then we end up hooking up and rolling around by the riverside in a loving embrace. It's almost like one of those soap operas where, you know, one guy, one lady, or one guy, whatever, two people that are going hammer and tongs, I hate you, and you grab them up against the wall, and then suddenly they end up in a passionate embrace. You know, it's that kind of situation, isn't it? I'll tell you now, Actually, now that I'm this close to you, you've got lovely eyes. Oh, hang on, a new commander. A new Lord Commander on the wall. Lord Commander Dennis. Oh, he's taken the black, has he? No, is this a different guy? This is a different guy. Dennis Mallister of House Mallister. Quite a famous house, I believe. Yeah, pretty decent. Lord Commander Dennis of the Night's Watch. Okay. My watch begins and blah-de-blah. Recite the vows. Hang on. Dennis Mallister, he's from the books. I know, I recognise the name. I don't know what he did in the books, but I recognise the name. Let me continue to eat this as we contemplate our next move in this little tete-a-tete with Lady Shira. Love letters, you say? Is that so, Lady Shira? Now, how do we know that she wrote them? Maybe we don't know, but maybe this isn't. Maybe this isn't some elaborate ploy, and it is as we suspect, as a shrewd man and as a seducer. We know infatuation when we see it. Such infatuation is difficult to put on unless you really are some theatrical genius, and clearly we don't take her for someone that in that echelon of acting skill. Okay, so now it turns to midnight snacking. And finally, after letters and after screaming out my name in her sleep, suddenly she's turned the table on us, because it's usually us that are whispering the sweet nothings into the ears of our victims. And we have ended up committing a few sins, oh dear. If we end up dead, I don't want to end up dead, ideally, but if we do, it will be perfect. I could just picture the Chronicle now. Oh God, please. If this is the most elaborate ploy, I've been done like a kipper, I tell you. I'm telling you now. And that could be our house words. Something to do with this. This is the same... Oh, sorry. That was the same guy, right? This was the same guy that rebelled against Renly, isn't it? Robert's had his head locked off. Anyway, so yeah. It wasn't a ruse after all. We have got a new lover. Of all the people, would you ever expect it? Good old Lady Shira, the spy master. Clearly we've forgiven her. Or maybe we haven't, but hey, a little bit of lust here and there. What's that? You know, we can forgive a few transgressions for our needs. Oh, she got the grayscale. Holy hell. Oh dear. The grayscale, yes. Not something we want to be inheriting, I'm afraid. Let's avoid that like the plague. She probably brings only a lot of plot power. Now she'll probably join your plots. Ooh, yes. Perhaps she could learn a thing or two about spy mastering, right? But we shouldn't let it get too close because she could flip the tables on us too, don't forget. But yeah. I mean, if there were any plots involving Renly, for example... Excuse me. Okay, there's nothing that jumps out, but we can hold a tourney of Amberley now, which would cost us 75 gold and bankrupt us. We're not getting the conditions. Why not? I want to see how much it's going to cost. I don't want to just accept it. It'd be quite nice to have a tourney, but maybe we'll save that for a celebration, because it's going to bankrupt us. But it's nice to know that we can have one. Right, I'm now ready to rock and roll. Just thought I might as well finish my dinner off as quickly as possible. But eating when you've got a sore throat and you're not feeling too good, not quite as enjoyable. But never mind, it was very tasty. Anyway, so we've got a decision to make, and I have purposely left it for your opinions. We need to assign a regent. Now, I mean, yeah, Barristan was mentioned, but, you know, doesn't strike me as a regent type, you know, more of a commander, man of the battlefield, you know, bodyguard, more than happy. We could entrust it to our wife, but we really wouldn't do that. How about the most shrewd individual? Our Castellan, Morgan, makes the most sense. He did act as Daenerys' regent in the books. Oh, I forgot that, didn't he? But it doesn't strike me as the regent-y type. I nominate Lighton? Who the hell's Lighton? I think Morgan, he's just, charitable, honourable, he's an administrator, he's a competent steward, the kind of guy who's been by our side for a long time as our Castellan. It makes the most sense. The Maester, nah, not the Maester, the damn Maester. Oh, that's who Lighton is. But I think this man makes the most sense for us. Scarred, he's got a battle scar, doing his duty. You know, he's put his body on the line for the good of our lordship. You know, we cannot really argue with that. And in fact, in addition to that, I think we should also award him an honorary title, as the. Well, the designated regent itself is an honorary. It'd be quite a high honorary title. We'll stick with that for now. Let's just not get too ahead of ourselves. Sir Morgan. I mean, the temptation also would be to raise him to nobility, really, as well, because why have an unlanded man as a regent? It would be quite slight, perhaps. I don't know, but anyway, he is our regent. It makes sense, and we mourn the loss of our beloved Edric, who died of cancer. Served us loyally, but didn't fabricate a claim on the Rainwood, bless him, but nonetheless served as well. Okay. But now we are sincerely hoping that our new Justicar Derwald, who wants to get married, by the way, so let us sort that out for him. Look how much people are available to us now. Somebody from Yunkai. Strong and attractive. Ruthless family person and depressed, though. Holy hell. We've got Melisande, the sworn shield of somebody or other. Who's a lunatic. Start raving bonkers, she is. Let's pause it while we're doing this. Anybody else? Let's go by age. Come on. What are we doing here? Where's the... Oh, he's 42. A Western woman, attractive. Let's have a look here. Look, Sansa from the north. She looks pretty able. 16. She's got charitable. She's rude though. Oh dear. We've got Cersei, not to be confused. Chaste, family person, zealous and rude. Maybe it's a northerner trait. Every northerner's rude. Rude! Is it a northern trait? We're not rude up the north. What the hell? We're friendly people. Most northerners are rude, apparently, according to this. Right, okay, we'll give her... Do you know what? She's not rude, she's just misunderstood. She's northern. Just a different sense of humour. So, zealous, patient, rude, charitable, some decent spread of stats. Sansa of Carhold, come on down and marry our Justicar. Yes, that'll go down well. And then he can hopefully proceed onwards with this claim post-haste. Friendly for Northerners. Was also picking for himself. No, that's the one rule that he has. Thou shalt not sleep with thy counsellors' wives. That is off limits. Everybody else is on limits, you know. Courtiers, not a problem. Courtiers' wives. Yeah. Other people's wives. Not a problem. But just not my court. Just not my council members' wives, okay? Not my councillors' wives. That's off limits. Councillors' daughters? Interesting. Nobody's old enough yet. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. By the time they come of age, we'll be old and grey. Sansa has arrived at our court. And Mr. Harrion of Carhold, of the Karstarks, right? The Karstark family. Yes. Who's the head of the Karstarks? Harrion, Eddard, Torren, Rogar, Rickard, Karstark. There we go. So our Justicar should be very happy with us now. We've got him married off. Not bad, but he could be a bit more grateful. We've married her off to a pretty northern lass. But she's a bit rude. She's not rude, she just misunderstood you, swine. You seriously can't lead troops, pal. You're useless. We need to pick an ambition. Right, okay, it's ambition time. So we have got as good as we're going to get at fighting, or maybe at 45 our midlife crisis has ended, and now it's time for a new crisis. Now it's time, perhaps, to befriend the Lord Paramount. I was hoping to become regent, but that's not an option anymore. The hell? I think it's got to be befriend then, right? We're making inroads, let's do it. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm thinking of a good way to sway Lord Paramount Renly into liking me a bit more. What would possibly titillate the senses of a man like him? A few courtesans. 25 gold! I can send you some of my courtiers for free. Does he seem like the kind of guy that's going to like is attractive? Anything that suggests that he's going to like the gift? He's honest and just, and he's betrothed, not married, by the way. Highly paid harlots. What description? He wants to become master of laws on the highest table of them all. What is he currently? He's not on his brother's council. Oh dear. I don't think it sounds like a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that's going to like courtesans. I don't think so. And it's going to cost us 25 gold if we're wrong. Would we do it? I mean, as a man of seduction, we could... we've got links. We've got links. We've got connections. His brother would lap it up. But is he a chip off the old block? We're a shrewd man. Would we risk it without true knowledge of whether or not he's going to appreciate it? Would we risk it? Let's take a good look at him. He's 18, for heaven's sake. If he were 30, it's different. But an 18-year-old, you know, probably still, you know, not done it. Wife to be is 10, not going there for a little while. You know, we're noticing this. It's like, come on, lad, come on. You've got to get a bit of practice in. You can't be disappointed in her when she comes of age and you're going to have to do the deed. You can't be inexperienced. You know what? We're going to chance it. And we're thrifty. We know what we're talking about. He will complete. What attractive 18-year-old with a jutting, strong chin and dark flowing locks isn't going to appreciate a gift like this, you know? They'll be fawning over him. Oh, he'll love the attention, I'm telling you. He'll love it. Get your nose out the scriptures, pal. I flipping you he wouldn't. Oh, he likes books. 25 of my hard-earned goals down the swanny. Damn. Well, it was worth it to find out. We know for future reference never to do anything involving our own pursuits ever again. Okay, right. Note to self. Doesn't like that side of things. Okay. No, I don't think he knows what he wants. I think he's a bit confused at the moment. Perhaps if we, rather than bring the harlots to him, how about we take him to the harlots? Yes. Go to a local tavern, get a few drinks in. He's probably nervous. Lower those inhibitions. A few drinks. Yeah, yes, the world will seem a more sprightly place. Books will be a thing of the past when you've had a few ales in you. And, yes. Oh, no. Didn't want to go to the tavern either. Eric really is trying his hardest to twist this man away from his morals, isn't he? Right, maybe another time then. Eric, get the picture. He likes books, all right? And studies. I don't want to go to a tavern, don't want to go to a brothel, don't want to go to a dance hall, you don't want to drink pour tops, alright? Okay? Stop wasting your money. Yeah, well, we're not on the same wavelength, clearly. Heavens help us. I bet he's confused. What kind of a man turns down the offer of free harlots? And free drink? I've never encountered this before. Elric and Elquist will get along fantastic, clearly. Right, let's have a look at our son. Miles Topcliffe, age 9. He's now fussy. Patient, greedy or paranoid. I mean, patient and humble will be quite a nice collection of traits. I mean, Oberon Martell has died of poor health. There goes another book character. Dropping like flies here. Right. At what point should we consider changing this? Oh, forced to train. Oh, I can force him to train, but that's not good for me, but for him, because I'm a crap fighter. He can only train to my level, which is a poor fighter. So 8 years old, we can start to develop him. Right. Okay. So the Maester's given him his early training. Now we need to give him his later training. Now, I don't think Sir Barristan's going to train my eldest child. People are saying he's timid and stuff, but no. I think we're going to entrust our training to Sir Morgan. Really? Competent steward? Yeah, not really. Let me see here. So we've got Roger. This is probably the best way to do it, isn't it? Let's have a look at our court here. I mean, he's got a lot of nice traits, hasn't he? Decent diplomacy. Very poor stewarding, though. Morton. See, Morton has proven himself, but Oh, he's not bad actually. He's a charismatic negotiator. A giant, a trained fighter. Charitable, honest, content, patient. Do you know what? We'll give it to Barristan. I think we'll give it to Barristan. We'll see how he turns out. We'll see if he turns out. Excuse me. We'll see how he turns out. I mean, this man is like the most noble man here. Clearly, as a learned fella at age 59, you know, he's a good fighter. Some very good morals. As he slept with somebody else though, didn't he? We'll forget that bit. Chip off. You know, and all that. But yeah, I think assemble mercenary company. Yeah, I think that will work. Right, I want my little Miles. There you go. Propose that Sir Barristan should become the guardian of Miles. As guardian, Sir Barristan will be responsible for educating him. Perfect. Let's see how he turns out. He's had his bookish learning. Now it's time for a bit of martial learning, because we should have a little bit of martial learning. You know, we found that out the hard way. Trying to learn it at age 41 or whatever we were, it's very taxing on the old bones. You know, we had to give up the ghost after a couple of years. Oh, good grief! All the bruises. At least as a child, you're going to bounce. You know. After a few days, he should get the squire trait. Oh, that'd be cool. Can we change his childhood focus now as well, if we wanted to? Oh, there you go. He's already got poor fighter. That was quick. Oh, my lender! Pregnant again! Not until 12. Right, perfect. Okay. So, my wife is pregnant again. Perhaps having 5 kids is not completely out of the equation. Interesting. So, what's Robert up to? Any wars across the kingdom, sir? No wars here. Any wars over here? No wars here, thank you. Any wars here? Yeah, no wars here. Everything's nice and peaceful. Dawn? Yeah, I've got a war. A revolt. Oh, happy days. The Vale, are you still in prison? Oh, Dennis is still in prison. He must have really ticked off Robert. Oh dear. Take heed, people. You don't want to be getting Robert's bad side. You don't see the light of day ever again. Oh God. Oh, hang on. What's this? What's that? A mild winter. Oh dear. The King's Road. Okay, Riverman Freylands de jour war over Freylands on Sir Harris of Freylands. So, where's Freylands? There it is, the land of the Freys. Excellent. Yeah, their men are replenishing. We have got allies, of course, don't forget. He may have an ally himself now, because he's getting wed. Revoked King's Landing. Now watch Eric. Watch him hate Eric for forcing him to train so hard. The worst place in the 7 Kingdoms. Ooh, and a squire. Look at these stats already. At 9. They're not too shabby. Ooh, nice. Go on, Sir Barristan. Should we start building anything for our castle? No, I don't think so. There's a lot of stuff that I want that doesn't require requires money rather, that I would rather spend on myself perhaps rather than the castle. I mean, it'd be quite cool to buy a knighthood, but we don't have any of these other traits. Offer to help these recitals, not available. The tournament. Household guard would be cool. formalise our bodyguard to a household guard. I'm assuming if we form a household guard, that would last throughout the generations. It's a once and done kind of thing, rather than every new ruler has to form the household guard for 100 gold a pop. Is this like a once and done? Uh-oh. Apparently something's happening here. Oh, Lady Shira! Who the hell's Geryon? Somebody that we've become acquainted with in Storm's End. He's a married man! Oh, the horror! How dare he do this as a married man? Has he no shame? Blackmail her. It'd be kind of, I don't know, it would make no sense because, I mean, she has the dirt. I mean, we slept with ourselves as if we can really, really say, oh, by the way, get you. Get you, sir. Yeah, but nobody saw us together, did they? That's the difference. No mobile phones in this era, lovey. Expose them. Or forgive and forget. Well, whichever way we look at it, we're breaking up with her. As if we're offended by this. As if we're offended. I mean, I know we're down as her lover, but ultimately we're not that bothered. Okay. Now, we don't want our... yeah, they all break up. They all break up. We don't want our dirty linen aired in public, so I think just to forgive and forget, we break up amicably. You know, we had our fun. We both couldn't keep our eyes off each other. We embraced. We had a good time, and we may have a good time in the future because this is a no strings kind of affair. The only strings are back in. I'm back in Amberley with my beloved wife, who I see once a flood. By the way, she's pregnant again, I think. So, yeah, forgive and forget for now. Yep, my wife is pregnant again. Ooh. Is this really yours? It's really yours. Unlike that one, who clearly isn't. Barristan. Okay, so we're taking sweet beer to Renly in his quarters. Ah, you cannot fail to like me. This is costing me 15 gold. Okay, so swaying comes at a price apparently. Cost cash, especially when you're trying to impress your lord here, throwing curtains. It does. Eric, don't take him sweet beer. Take him books. Take him boring things. I don't know. Maybe you like flowers or something. Oh, hang on. Oh, he seemed pleased to have some company and invited us to sit and talk. You discussed affairs of the realm, exchanged stories while drinking through the strong wine and the sweet beer, and he bid us a warm farewell. So he's not averse to alcohol. It's just adverse to courtesans. But we, there we go, made good acquaintance. So that's going well, look at that. So we like him 55, he likes us 39. Yeah. A friendship in the making. As we remain on our liege's council. Let's have a look at the council, see if there's been any more movers and shakers. No, Master John... scarred now is still the Master at Arms. That's John Catherine. Let's have a look. Advisor was Karen, still the same advisor as at the start of the session. Good old Courtney Penrose is still present too. Shira, of course, is still there. Septon Boniface was the same. Maester Marwin was there. This guy might be new. Lord Allen of Cape Wrath. I think he is new. Yeah, he's definitely new. So we've got a new shippy person, the Lord Admiral. He seems like a decent chap. Honourable, gregarious, you know, can certainly hold his own debating the matters of state over the council table. Yeah. A knight as per usual. Seems like a decent enough fella to me. So, yeah, not a problem with him being on the council. Castellan, of course, is us. And we've got the Justicar. Fairly competent. Connington Tower. Not to be confused with House Connington. Different house. But he's pretty decent. He's a fellow falconer. So I imagine us getting on quite well as a fellow falconer. You know. Talking about tips. How do you keep the feathers all kind of nice and shiny? And, you know, what does your falcon like to? Oh, man. Oh, yes, how often do you fly yours out? About, oh, all the time. He likes to spread his wings, does mine. What's yours called? I don't know. Mine's beaky. Authoritative, gregarious, charitable, diligent. Yeah, okay, I can see us getting on quite well with this fella. Yeah. Oh, very good. So, all in all, a very, very content council, probably devoid of too much friction, to be honest with you. I mean, this is all very lovey-dovey, isn't it? Storm's End, what's such a lovely place. Come on down. We've got the councillors love each other, get on like a house on fire. Yeah, you know, it's a lovely place to be. Lots of space to enjoy the outdoors in the forest. Ooh! Ooh, hang on. What's this? Oh! Rainwood! And so the scheme starts. You inviting us to the Rainwood, are you? Oh, excellent. Right. Council members, I want eyes everywhere. Whilst we're in the Rainwood Castle, I want everybody scouring for books, for parchments, anything that gives it a game away that place belongs to us. Make it known. Spread the word. Start to sow dissent. Yes. We shall certainly be attending the tourney of the Rainwood. Yes, indeed. Entertainment galore from this lowly tournament. I almost feel like we should hold an Amberley tournament in comparison now, you know. Why should they have a tourney? We'll have to have our own tourney. We'll have to out-tourney them. Ours will be the better tourney. Yeah, the reign of the tyrannical rule of Princess Ariane continues. Ooh, now hang on just a minute. The tourney is underway. So we have taken days out of our duty as Castellan to Renly to come to a tourney here, whilst matters are nice and calm. So we have a bit of jousting going on. The first day is done. Many lesser riders have been eliminated. Now, over the coming days, the remaining men shall compete in the final lists, tilting until only one champion remains. Perhaps I can place a bet. You can place a bet on a competitor any time via diplomatic interaction. So how do we know who's in it? Oh. Barristan! We're definitely betting on him. 100%. Right, how do I do this, people? How do I do it? Do I just go to Sir Barristan, find his portrait, and right-click and place a bet? Oh, there we go, look at that. That's only 5 gold. Okay, no, bet on Morton. Screw Morton. Was Morton in it? Oh, no, that's Morton Lygrave. Boris Blunt. Take him out. Any other noticeable names here? Dennis Sweet. We've got to bet on Barristan. Barristan, do not let us down, sir. Oh, do not let us down. 2-1. That's he's favourite basically at 2-1. Those odds, he's got to be favourite. I will make a small bet. I will make a medium bet. I will make a large bet. Oh no! Look, we're thrifty, right? Barristan is the favourite here for a reason, right? He's got to win it. We get 80 gold back. Or do we go maybe middle of the... No! If you're going to do this, you're going to go all in. You've got to go... Exactly, Jack. Exactly. Took the words out of my mouth. You've got to go all in here. We've got to back our commander, back our bodyguard, back our son's educator. This is Barristan the Bold we're speaking about here. I'll have a piece of that. Here we go. This is where he... Woohoo! So Barristan Selmy versus Lord Christian Wild. Boof! Christian was eventually unhorsed. Barristan declared the winner. You fought hard, Sir Christian. You fought well, but it was Sir Barristan who prevailed as we rub our little hands. This clearly isn't the tournament final, is it? We're just going round by round, I'm imagining here. Keep going, Barristan. Keep going. What's happening? I thought he was hitting on me. I thought he was hitting on me. May I suggest we retreat to a more private place? Lady Rella. Who's Lady Rella? Yeah, I was a bit confused. I thought this is new. That's the husband of the woman you'll be sleeping. That's the husband of the woman, Lady Rella of Black Bog. Of course, we're going to go to a more private place. Jesus Christ, you can't come to a tournament and be hit on by a woman and say no, can you? As a seducer, clearly not. Don't worry, Sir Barristan's got this in the bag. I need to retire to relieve myself. I've had a few too many sweet beers. I'll be back shortly. Where's the nearest privy around here? Anywhere? Oh, it's half a mile away. It's a crying shame. I may be some time. And as we were trying to find the privy, we ended up getting lost and diverting into a big bedroom. Yes. Oh. And then as we were about to unclothe ourselves, she got cold feet. Probably astounded by our beauty. Never mind, Lady Rella, your loss. Anyway, as I was saying, the privy beckons. What? What? We've got gonorrhea! What? We didn't do it with her. We got cold feet. What the hell? How's this happened? We didn't do it. What? Oh my God! Does this disappear? Oh! Oh no! Maester? What's the important decision? Seek treatment for illness. Oh, hang on. What's happening? It's all kicking off. We just picked up gonorrhea. We're at a tournament, and we just picked up gonorrhea. We've got a high stakes bet on Barristan. The tournament's still going on. Horses crashing together, lances snapping. Then we get a tap on the shoulder. A missive, my lord. A missive from the king. From the king. Holy hell! Unfurl this parchment here. And yeah, the fighting's going on in the background, clearly. Lord Eric, your lawful liege, King Robert, hereby summons you to King's Landing, where a grand council of the nobles of the Iron Throne is to be held. Oh, what is this all about? I do wonder. Right, well, we shall have to... silence, silence. We must go immediately. Tell me the winner of the tournament in due course. If it's Sir Barristan, you send the monies, put it in the treasury, and give him an honorary title of Master of the Horse if he comes out victorious. I really must dash to King's Landing. I can't keep the king waiting. Bloody hellfire. Getting ourselves ready and poof, off we go. Off we go to King's Landing here. We've got a meeting of the minds here. Sir Barristan beats Sir Gladden. Look at that. As we're off, we hear a big loud cheer going on. I wonder who won that. I wonder who was fighting there. Was that Barristan? Was that somebody else? I don't know. We're now no longer at the tournament, apparently. Anyway, what about this? What about illness? How do we seek? Oh, it's there. Seek treatment. Your castellan is called. Yeah, we need to do that urgently. Got bloody gonorrhea. Can't. Oh God. Well done, Sir Barristan. Keep fighting. 2 knights remained. Right, Sir Barristan and Sir Anders. Sir Anders has been unhorsed, and Sir Barristan Selmy has won the tournament. Yes, he truly, of course he does. We picked wisely. Why? Oh, come on now. Do we look foolish to you? So our knight, our bodyguard, commander, he is the master of the tourney, and we get some moolah. Well done, sir. Well done. Where's me moolah? A shrewd 120. Look at that. A shrewd gamble indeed. Oh, hang on. So, yeah, whilst we're en route to King's Landing, one evening stopping off, Maester Lyman has come rushing as we're got summoned to our location, is offering us a treatment. My life is in your hands. As long as you will know what you're doing, treatment's that. No. This is gonorrhea. This is gonorrhea. This is not some deadly illness, is it? Oh no, just use a tried and tested method, please, Maester. I can live with gonorrhea if necessary, but I mean, ultimately, it's going to curtail my bedroom antics, so we could really do with getting rid of it, but yeah, tried and tested, don't want to end up dead. So, yeah, concoction made from buckthorn and senna. Ooh. We are expelling the foulness in the privy. And we feel better. Successful treatment. Look at that. Well done, Maester. We shall remember this. We shall remember this. Ooh, good grief. It's action stations here. We have a daughter. We need a name for our daughter. Daughter number 2, who is not sickly either. Anyway, speaking of which, what about our other son, who's age 5? Could have picked a focus long before now. We're going to pick Struggle and have him be a military student from the very beginning. In fact, let's go for Barristan, the bold tournament winner. Any other things that we can regale him with, we're going to get that done ASAP and have him trained as a fighting man in ode to his namesake. We'll have to stretch him on the rack as well to make him bigger. Right, names for a daughter. Baristana, Shelinda, Berlinda, Hislinda. Any advances? God, these names. I know they're getting worse. Bellina. Brillina. What about Brillina? It's quite similar. Good old Skyrim. Not Barristina. Amber. Now that's Amber could be a nice name. Yes, I like that. I mean, it's nice to have a Skyrim throwback, and it kind of fits with the naming convention of a sorts. But I quite like Amber. I quite like it. Amber Linda. I'm going to go with Amber. The first Amber of the family. Let's make her a good un. Let's make her a good un. After much food, Hippocras' jousting combat, Sir Rory Valkin's tourney has finally ended, with Sir Barristan as the winner. Am I in King's Landing yet, or what? Oh! I spoke too soon! Our journey to King's Landing is complete. We've arrived to the Grand Council. We have been welcomed into King Robert's hospitality. Almost all the nobles of the Iron Throne have arrived. The feasting shall begin. When it says all the nobles, I mean, how many is all the nobles? I mean, because like we're in lowly little Amberley. Unless, of course, he's inviting us because of our past history. You know what I mean? As close acquaintances. Can't really call him our friend, but you know, we've had a few brushings in the past. Oh no! An accident! An accident? I mean a flipping accident! I liked Morgan. He was competent. Right, Castellan. We need a new Castellan. That sucks. Did he get trampled at the tourney? Right, apparently Castellan is a stewardship situation, and none of these guys fit the bill. So we will... Whilst we're in King's Landing, we could tout for a Castellan. News reaches us that a Castellan has died in very suspicious yet tragic circumstances, and therefore we are now regentless and Castellanless, and we need to do something about it. While I'm here, then I shall put my feelers out. Can you trust bringing someone else new in? Well, I could, yeah. If they are the right individual. It'd be quite cool if we could find somebody that we could trust from another court, for example. But are they really going to come to our court from a different place? If somebody comes recommended, for example, let's just try some. Let's just see if a man, not in prison, not a ruler, join court. Yes. Let's try that. Yeah, within diplomatic range. Kind of want if we look for a Stormlander, so we want that, don't we? Basically, Reachman, Riverman, Stormlander, Ronald, courtier in Storm's Drum. We wouldn't trust a courtier in Storm's Drum because of the simple fact that this place was the place that rebelled, really, revolted. So they're a bit tarnished. I mean, he's pretty decent. He's pretty decent, but I mean, this was the place that rebelled, right? His dad was executed by the king. Yeah, it's a bit too close to treachery for our liking, that, isn't it? What else we got? Not many adequate Stormlanders here. Cedric, 10. Oh dear, that's not very good. That's the whole realm as well. Jesus. obviously this is men that will join our court, and people that are joining our court is not quite so willy-nilly as it once was. So Ronald, Durandon, no. I wanted a Stormlander. Selfish. Brilliant steward, Harold of the Reach. You know, the High Lord of the Reach has disgraced himself, languishing in Robert's prison. Do we want to be associated with the Reach people? Not really. No, I'm thinking of the Vale. Sorry, the Reach is over here. Next door, not that far away. Selfish and greedy. No, not traits I wish for a Castellan, I'm afraid. Ah. Now Cedric is semi-decent, but that's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? Because we could promote our treasurer, Sir Narbert. I think Sir Narbert, actually, because he's been a very good treasurer. He's crap at diplomacy, but I mean, ultimately, this is the mainstay, I believe. You know, he's a trusted man of ours. He's had a hard life, you know, a couple of stillborn children, but he's got some ties for us. We've made him our cupbearer. He's done very well as a treasurer. So think of it like an internal promotion for Sir Narbert. At age 43, becoming our right hand. You know, been on the council from the very beginning. Definitely a man we can trust. And instead, what we'll do is we'll put Rogar onto the who is actually our friend. We'll, you know, mates and all that. Backhander. Stick him on the council as a steward. He's, you know, cut his teeth a little bit. Not great, but you know, he can learn on the job. I think that's pretty decent. So, how do we switch him? Can we switch him? Or reassign, there we go. Castellan. Okay, excellent. So then he's going to oversee the realm, and then we'll have our treasurer be our good buddy, Rogar, who then will collect taxes. Not as efficiently, but that'll do. So a little bit of old friendship, you know, buddies on the council situation, but a promotion there. So I think that's quite nice. Not the greatest of stats, but for our purposes, I think it's a very likeable council in terms of loyalty. Allows us to do what we need to do. And Regent, I think I'm going to change my mind now, because I did say Barristan, not really Regent territory, but when the man wins a tournament and earns us over 100, or earns us 80 gold profit on our bet. And we've entrusted two of our sons to him now. At this point, I think, as much as I don't still see him really as a man that's, you know, regent running a land type, it has to be him now. Seriously, has to be him. So perfect indeed. Now, if we can just, that's everything, isn't it? I think that'll do. We're going to make him master of the horse, but designated regent, slightly better. So excellent. I think that'll do us for our council position. So let's see what this establish a household guard would be cool. But let's see what the situation is. This grand council that we've attended. What the hell is happening here? We're a bit perhaps overawed by the whole, you know, importance of it all. We're kind of like, it's the very first time we've been invited. Oh no. Shoot. having gonorrhea is quite hard on you, apparently. Yeah, whilst we're in King's Landing, we find ourselves lying in bed all day and struggling to rise. Food is beginning to taste bland. Time with friends doesn't bring the joy that it once did. I don't understand why, but I hate my life. It's probably because you've got gonorrhea, mate. It's stopped you in your tracks. Uh-oh. Oh, God. We are not in the right frame of mind for this. We've got gonorrhea and we're now depressed. He's got bags under his eyes, look. Developed like great big bags. Ooh. The feasting is over and now the council can begin in earnest. Everyone has assembled in the hall with the more notable attendees closest to King Robert. Lord Perkinghayford proceeds to read out the King's decree. It proposes an invasion sanctioned by law, an invasion of a foreign land with apparently no claim. Riches and plunder and land. Wait and listen to the arguments. Speak against it. Oh, who does he want to invade? Yeah, I think we'd wait to listen to the arguments first. Let's not be too hasty. We probably can't be bothered to give an opinion right now. Oh, happy days, riches, plunder, land and war. I think I'll just listen to the arguments. As high-ranking noble, High Septon the 24th, of course, had to speak, but it may have been better if he hadn't. Their rambling speech in favour of King Robert's planned invasion failed to rouse any cheering or much agreement. Some of his points were even openly ridiculed. By the end, none of the council seemed persuaded any more in favour. Oh, hang on. As a vassal of note, when Lord Allen came to speak, the council listened intently. Their arguments in favour of King Robert's planned invasion seemed to resonate with many, with some of the council giving audible shouts of agreement. Still, many sat in silence, with division amongst the council still evident. Okay. Here comes Stannis. Yeah. No. Hoster told... Oh, no, is it Hoster? Hoster of Rosby seemed particularly alarmed with the proposal and so felt compelled to openly question it before the council. Their speech calmly outlined the many dangers and the questionable benefit of such an invasion. Yeah, we don't want... Who are the flipping hell are we invading here? Lord Tristan of the Sisters. Okay, he's made some favourable arguments. Oh my god, that is a lot. We can get the full looking here. Perkins persuaded. Persuaded. So this is all by his. This is all by his talk that we're all persuaded. Cheers of support. Most convincing. Cheers and shouts of assent. No more? Balin of the Iron Islands. Yeah, you better, yeah. Need not have come, my friend. Need not have come. So here's Roderick of Harlaw. Ooh, quite a few people persuaded in opposition. Okay. Oh, Dennis, no longer in prison. Also felt alarmed. Was persuaded in opposition. Desmond of the Reach. In favour. Yeah. All in favour say aye. Gareth of Fair Isle, rambling speech, failed to rouse any cheering. No, not very good. Ooh, now when Tywin speaks, many cheers. Ooh, wow. Ooh, interesting. Lord Marek misjudged the mood of the council entirely, for when he rose to speak against the invasion proposal, most of the council were immediately hostile. Their stuttered and stammered arguments were met with gales of laughter and shouts of anger in equal measure. Oh dear, what embarrassment. Okay, Lord Johann the Bronze. Is this Royce? Yep, it is Royce. Rambling speech failing to rouse any favour there. Paramount Hoster. Cheers of support. So the Lord Paramounts are getting a bit more traction here with their rousing speeches. Ooh. And again, this is Howland of the Reeds, is it? Yeah. Clement the Arrogant. Favour of the... failed to rouse. And finally, Gorold, excited. He praised King for potentially granting everyone the opportunity to go on a campaign. Comradeship. And also couldn't help himself but quipped about women to be found embedded. But even we fail to be roused in our depressed state at the promise of that. How debauched. Ooh, Lord Benedar the Fat. Oh dear. So what's going to happen? Are we going to get to vote? After hours of debate, King Robert calls for quiet and then gives a calm and measured speech, giving many sound arguments as to why this invasion is justified. The promises of glory and more land appeal to some, and by the end many seem to be in agreement. Some still seem sceptical, however. Well, is this where we come in? Give a depressed speech. I don't think it was meant to hurt me, but the criticism still stung harder than it should have. What criticism? Who's criticised us? I'm going to tell you the cheek simply because I don't know who the hell it is. Did somebody slight us for not standing up and giving a speech? Why have you not talked? Are you a fool? A mute? How dare you? I shall turn the other cheek to this slight, because simply I cannot be bothered to deal with it right now. As we gave a sigh. Right, here we go, folks. What's this? Now everyone has had their say. The council is almost concluded. Having heard all the arguments, King Robert decides to pass the proposed decree into law. He can now freely launch an invasion on whomever he pleases. Glory to the Iron Throne. Glory to House Baratheon. Support the invasion. I'll see how this pans out for now. Make our displeasure or storm out. Well, we probably lack the gumption to storm out right now. So is it because we didn't give our opinion that somebody slighted us? Are you just an ornament over there? Say something, man. I'll let you guys do the talking. You like the sound of your own damn voice. Okay, we're going to support the king. Glory to the Iron Throne. Yeah, glory be. Oh my god! Who's he? Lord Julian Swan of the Red Watch. Renly tried to have him arrested but failed, and now Lord Julian has raised his banners in rebellion. How dare he? Who is this man? And we are now going back as we prepare for war. And Julian Swan is our next door bloody neighbour. Ooh. Now interesting. Interesting. I wonder what'll happen if he loses this war. Strip his title away, maybe? I don't know, has he done something treacherous to be arrested for? Maybe if Renly Maybe if Renly takes the lands off him, he'll be over his domain limit, and we, as his castellan, can divvy up some of it to ease Renly's burden. Oh, something could happen. Oh, this is rather interesting. Right, okay. Oh. Well, this should be a done deal, really, shouldn't it? I mean, we are going to help out, eventually. Oh, little finger. Petaya little finger. Here he is, 28. Lord Baelish. Lord of Midlaw Point. A genius. Yes. Self-proclaimed, I feel. So, while the war is going on, we are looking to invite him over for an activity we can do together. Banquet, a hunt, deep discussions worked well last time. So we'll do that again. Plus, you know, we're depressed. I mean, we don't really want to be doing anything, to be honest with you, but banqueting, hunting, festivals seem a bit too jovial for our current state. So just a simple bit of deep discussion where we'll probably bore him to death with our outlook on life right now, but it seems the most likely for him to enjoy. Extra tax revenue from Rogar, you see? You see that? Lord Petaya paid for his own ransom from prison. Right. Oh, look at that. We're having a great discussion. Hopefully we're discussing how to deal with this situation that's just cropped up, because we're currently losing. And they're mightily close to Amberley right now. 1,200 men. 1,500 men. It'd be close, wouldn't it? It'd be close. Raise our levies, stick Barristan at the helm, go crashing on in, take care of their main force. That'd win some glory, wouldn't it? That'd win some glory. I mean, it looks like they're going to come and sort it out in a second. But to be the one to strike the first blow. It'd be tough. Do they get any bonuses? Tudbury Hall. Tudbury Hall, the seat of Morton Terry's epic victory. Ooh. Ooh. Could history repeat itself? Perhaps we should send Morton Terry in. The hero of Tudbury Hall. Oh, we've got... I think it's a portent. It's a sign. It's an omen. I mean, Barristan would be the first choice, but I'm thinking that Morton, although his marshal isn't as high as Barristan's and we can't really afford to risk it, it'd be great if we could have another flank, but we can't right now. Oh, the hero of Tudbury Hall, though. Oh, no. Who are we going to put in charge? I've got to do it. I've got to do it. Raise the city levies. You reckon it'll give us an extra flank? Can we merge them? It does give us another flank of 26 men, but at least he'll be in the fight. At least he'll be in the fight. Barristan is doing the main leading, but Morton is present. With 26 hardened men. Oh, this is even better. the hero of Tudbury Hall alongside Sir Barristan the Bold, riding in to put down this revolt? When Renly comes knocking for your arrest, you don't do this nonsense. No, you clearly do not. You do. Shut up. In the middle of a bloody war here, fool. Some hours pass, so whilst all this is going on, while this is all going on, the two lords in the safety of Storm's End chewing the fat. I wonder what's happening on the battlefield at Tudbury Hall. Don't worry about it. So Barristan, Lord Renly, is on the case. I do not know of any man that could defeat him in battle. Single combat battle, it's got it all covered. It's fine. It's fine. Assertive, let us hold back and disprove. Do we look assertive? We're depressed. We're probably not very assertive right now. We'll hold back, just like we did in the court. That got us ridiculed. Okay. Spend some time with us. Take our mind off the battle. Oh, we're winning it. We're winning it. We're winning it. We're absolutely smashing it. Oh. I got a feeling that what we should have done is join the war first. Before we did that to get the war score. Oh, that could have been a mistake. That could have been a mistake. Can we get it before the war ends? Oh, hang on. We might be alright here. We might be alright. 39% war score. We're agreeing to... Oh! Minus 20! We provoked him! Oh! It's fine, it's fine. It's just a misunderstanding. It's just a misunderstanding. Right, let's go and take Stonehelm. And let's really put an end to the charade. Oh, I'm hoping that we get... Ooh... Dick on Lips is back again! Mr. Lips is still alive! Jesus. Yeah, I'm hoping that we get some land out of this if we're a bit savvy. Okay, so our little parlay didn't work out. I think it's probably because his mind is on the war, you know? He was a bit preoccupied, and plus we're depressed. We're probably not the greatest of... we're probably not the greatest person to converse with right now. So do you know what? We're going to stop swaying because we're depressed. We can't be bothered talking to you. We want to just lock ourselves away and not do a right lot. You know what I mean? Commit suicide? Oh, not that depressed. Jeez. Oh, and look at Mr. Lord Baelish here. Little figure. He's ransomed himself out of the prison of King Robert, and now he's already scheming his way to be the seneschal of the Vale. Oh, how he's starting already with his little intrigues, is he? You genius, you. That we are contributing. Oh, I think we're assaulting. I think we're assaulting the castle here. 18%. Why has that war score gone down to 18%? It's dropped quite quickly. Oh, because they control their main holding. Okay, that's fine. We'll just besiege this place and we'll take it. Not a problem. And we'll link up with the army. Assault it. Can we actually order the assault? We're not in charge here. Not the leader of the siege. Right, well, we'll see what happens with this. After we have won this war, we'll end the session. I'm sincerely hoping that we get the opportunity to you know, get some land out of this. That'll be a really nice way to end. You know, if he robs, if he usurps the land from him, revokes the titles from him, and that opportunity, we could hopefully divvy up those titles for ourselves. Not that we're greedy, but hey, traitors and all that. Because we can still do it. Offer to help liege with titles. Can you give titles to yourself? I think we earned it. We were the King Robert the Rake has declared King Robert's invasion of Pentos. What? He's invading Pentos? Why is he doing that? Right, we've won this war. It's all kicking off here. We're at war with Pentos. Oh, he wants his foot on. He wants to put a foot on an Essos, does he? Oh dear. Oh, Robert, what are you doing, sir? Why do they have pink hair? That is why we're at war with them, Nagisa. Folks over there with their damn pink hair, I'll show them. Who on earth has pink hair? Right, come on, end this war. Come on, end it. End it. We'll have a look at all the ins and outs. You don't need to besiege any more bloody land. We are winning. Press the end of it. What are you doing? He wants to. Why are you trying to kill everybody? Just end it. Okay. Lord Renly has won. Right. Can we? Let's go back to Amberley. All levies will return home. Okay, perfect. All levies at home. We get another epic notch in our history books. The hero of Tudbury Hall returns, and is another victory at Tudbury Hall to add to that list. And let's have a look now at the what were we looking at? Oh, hang on, I want to see what's happening with this. Been imprisoned. A raven. Winter is coming to an end. Happy days. Oh, goodbye, Cersei. Cersei Lannister died of food poisoning. Oh dear. What a crying shame. Oh. What a horrible way to go. Oh, she had gonorrhea as well. And she was a lunatic. Oh. Not quite the ending I'm sure she had in mind, eh? Died on the privy. Or covered in her own feces. Couldn't happen to a nicer woman. Okay, I don't think he's revoking the titles here. Which is a crying shame. He's letting him keep the lands. Well, bugger me. Is it still independent? No, he's still got it all. I'm looking for direct vassals. There we go. That'll do for now. Stormlands. Oh. Okay, we'll end it there then. Hello, Hank. I think now is a pretty decent place to end it because we've got a big war that's just started. And there we go. Oh, it's gone into the right colour now. Okay, so we've got a big war at start. So what we're doing, we are fighting Pentos in the invasion of Pentos. 63%, 2%. Obviously, just started. The man with the pink hair. So yeah, Pentos controls Old Andalos, and by taking it, Robert would be liberating the homeland of the Faith of the Seven. Ooh. So, good question. Will we journey to Pentos as a depressed gonorrhea? No. Doesn't mean we might not send somebody else to Pentos, though, does it? But Pentos, Old Andalos. So where's Old Andalos, then? What is that all about? I don't know. East Andalos, there, look. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So, do we think Robert's doing it for religious reasons? I don't think so. So let's have a look at that there. Free Cities of Pentos. Empire of New Valeria. Free Cities of Pentos. What's that? That's Andalos. East Andalos. Lordship of East Andalos is part of the High Lordship of Upper Rhoyne. Free Cities of Pentos. So you got the there we go. What's all this stuff? High City of Pentos. All these, some of these other ones. Okay, very interesting. But we have we have a situation on our hands. Our king, after a Grand Council meeting where we sat back and said nothing because we were in a state of depression. We were looking forward to going there at one point, but then suddenly we got there. It was all underwhelming. It's declared war. So, as we currently stand, we did pick up a little bit of fighting ability in our midlife crisis. We managed to have our wicked way with Shira the Spy Master. That was an interesting little twist to some diplomatic shenanigans on the Council of the Stormlands. We picked up gonorrhea from a bit of a canoodle in a bedroom during a tournament that we won some money in, betting on, of course, Sir Barristan, who has now been raised up through the ranks to our child's guardian, you know, teaching them the ways, and also there's our regent now. We lost a council member, but we've promoted one within. Other than that, all is relatively calm, and it's been fun, and we've just recently helped Renly put down a revolt with another victory at Tudbury Hall, thus strutting our martial ability. Still trying to get the Rainwood, by the way, but, you know, slow and steady wins the race. 4 kids, 2 daughters, Herlinda and Amber. So that's pretty cool. Renly's of age now, so yeah, that's been pretty much it for this session. Just a nice little steady one, but still within that, lots going on, and I quite like, to be honest with you, this sort of granular detail that often gets overlooked when you go too fast. You know, bit of the politicking and getting to know your council members and your liege's council members and seeing how all the things intertwine. It's quite cool. But now we have bigger fish to fry because we're at war with Pentos. So in the next session we shall see what happens with that. Do we send an army across or not? Interesting. And what will happen if we're successful? Lots to find out. But let's have a look at Miles then. So he's picked up affectionate, kind, content, trusting family person, patient, greedy, a bit fussy, a bit timid. He seems like a fella that's going to be a little bit reserved, a bit introverted maybe, a kind soul. Probably not the best of rulers in these times. Somebody might take advantage of him. Could be quite interesting to control him as a very placid, kind-hearted soul who may well be taken advantage of. Oh dear. Hopefully Sir Barrister might toughening him up a bit. Maybe some of the fighting abilities come through. But, you know, he's actually looking fairly competent with his stats. So, you know, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful we've got Miles in a good place. So that'll be interesting to see how he pans out in the next session when he comes of age. If we get 6 years in one session, which is unlikely, high pace, but you never know. But anyway, there you go, folks. Finishing early because I can't talk for too much longer. I'm not going to be throwing any good here. So we'll end now on this little note. Get me save the game. I will upload the save game to the Discord server in the CK2 section, should you wish to have a nosy around the situation yourselves. But yeah, thanks for watching this evening. And if I'm not too bad tomorrow, I'm not playing football tomorrow either. So Wednesday, I did plan for, what's the game called? Mortuary Assistant. But obviously, depending on how my throat is, you know, screaming and carrying on, alarming in a horror game is probably not the best way to soothe a sore throat. So we'll see how I feel. I probably will stream something because, you know, it's quite nice to take your mind off things, but we'll see what it is depending on how I get on tomorrow. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your evenings, your afternoons, wherever you are. And yes, we'll be back with more CK2 soon enough as we continue the story of the Cliffs of Amber. Until next time, have a good one, folks, and thank you for watching as always. I'll see you soon.